Hello, my name is Mike Struess. In this video, I'm going to do a data analysis of a digital music store called Chinook Music. In this video, I'm going to explore their sales, their customers, and their strategy. Some high-level details about Chinook Music's digital music store. This data set started in January 2009. And extended to December 2013. So that's a full 5 years, 60 months. And in those 60 months, they made a grand total of $2,328.60 in Canadian dollars over 5 years. In this lesson, or in this video, we're going to try to figure out why they only had $2,300 in sales over 5 years, including looking at sales trends, customer data, their top salespeople, and what I think their biggest issue is, inventory. This is the schema map of what I was working with. The data was spread across 11 different tables, so I got a lot of good practice using joins in this lesson, as well as some CTEs and subqueries. Sales by month. So I told you earlier they only made $2,300 in sales over 5 years, and that's because they didn't make much month to month. This is a bar chart of all 60 months. You might notice for most of the distribution it's pretty flat, and that's because 43 of the months they made $37.62 exactly. So they were very consistent in their sales, but the bad part is it wasn't very much in sales. Let's look at a few measures of central tendency. The average month of sales was $38.81. The median was $37.62, which also happened to be the mode. The worst month was November of 2011, where they made $23.76. And their best month was January of 2010, where they made $52.62. This company probably wasn't profitable, with the Canadian minimum wage in 2009 being $9.50, and by 2013 it was only $10.25. So note they're making just shy of $40 a month each month, and they have 8 employees. What do these 8 employees do? Well, you can take a look at their titles. You might notice only 4 of them are in sales. And these 3 folks, Jane, Margaret, and Steve, made 100% of the sales. What type of music did they have on their sites? These are their top 12 genres and how much money they made on each of the genres. And here are their bottom 12. Note they have a good variety of music. If you have a favorite variety of music, you probably can see it on this chart. But note, they only made $2,300, and these top 4 categories made $1,711.71, or 74% of all their sales. You can see what that looks like comparatively in the bar chart on the right as well. These are their top 10 customers. All of their top 10 customers spent between $42.62 and $49.62. So no real outliers here. But interestingly, all 10 of them, their favorite genre was rock. Is their non-success an inventory issue? Well, if we look at those top 4 genres again, which made 1,700 and were 74% of all their sales, Well, let's look at how many of those tracks they actually had. They had about 1,300 rock tracks, just shy of 600 Latin, 374 metal, and 332 alternative punk tracks. And those 2,582 tracks made up 73.7% of all their tracks. So proportionately, they have what their customers want, although it might be a chicken and the egg scenario where the reason they have more of these sales is because that's the content they have for sale. I think the real problem in their data or in their business model was scale. Here's how many distinct customers they made in the top 10 countries that they sold to. They had 13 American customers, 8 Canadian customers, 5 French customers, and so on. In 5 years, they should have been able to attract more customers. They only attracted 59 customers in 5 years. Or was it their competitors? Spotify debuted in 2008 with 5 million songs. This company only had about 3,200. And coming up behind it was iTunes. iTunes by this point had hundreds of millions of songs. So you have streaming coming up on one side of this business model and other legal downloading music files sites. I think if this company maybe could have scaled, maybe they would have had more customers if they just would have had a larger song database. Also, a lot of the companies that succeeded at this time signed major record deals with all the major labels, getting them a large library of songs, and thus all of the customers who wanted a large amount of variety. That was my analysis of Chinook Music Store. You can find out more about which SQL queries I used in the attached document and on my Medium blog post. Thanks for watching.